Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. So, today I'm going to film a video for you that shows you how to knit with beads. I am working on a project right now, and there are beads that it's an option, and I like putting beads in my lace knitting. So I'm going to be working on this today, and I thought I would shoot a quick video for you to show you how I knit with beads. There are many tutorials on the internet about how do you knit with beads. My favorite way is to use a crochet hook, but there are other methods, and I thought about maybe doing a video like showing you 3 methods on how to knit with beads, like using a floss technique, using a dental pick technique, and then using a crochet hook. But I really use the crochet hook, and I'm not really great with those other methods. I have used a dental floss before. So I thought instead of doing all of that, I would just ask you guys, if you are interested in those other 2 techniques, leave me a comment below, let me know. If not, I'll just, show you the way that I do it all the time, and it's really simple, really easy, and that's what most of us really want, is something that's, isn't complicated, that we can do in a pinch, and it's just something we do just like we do our knitting mindlessly sometimes, if it's not a complicated pattern. So I am going to do this here in a minute, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this type of information, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And sorry, my hair is just, I just washed it, so it's kind of whew. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. It really means a lot to me to see you guys putting comments and giving thumbs up. So thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Let's get on to the knitting. Alright, there are a couple ways you can do this. It really just depends on the designer. For this pattern, placing these beads, you knit the stitch first and then place the bead. But then it just depends on the designer. Most of them will put this in the pattern that when it's written. Some people will have you place the bead, then knit the stitch. How about I show you a couple of each, and just we'll go from there. So first thing I do is I do whatever stitch the stitch is. Most of the time it's just a knit stitch or a purl stitch. So I just knit the stitch, and then what I do is I get my crochet hook and my beads. I should have set this up a little bit better. Sorry about that. I have my little tray of beads here, and I have a crochet hook. This is a size 10 crochet hook, which is a 1.30 millimeter, and these beads are size 6 seed beads, if you can see. And what's important is that that focus, there we go, that the bead is able to fit through the crochet hook. So I knit my stitch, pick up a bead like I have on my hook here, and then you just pull the stitch off like this and slide your bead off like that, and then put it back onto the right hand needle, because I've already knit this, and you just tighten it up like that, and you go on, and that's what it looks like. Alright, let's do it again. You get a rhythm going, and I'm not really supposed to be, I'm just doing this to show you guys. I'm not really supposed to be beading every stitch, but I'm just showing you guys how I do it. So I'm beading every stitch right now. Alright, so I've knit my stitch. I pull it off of the knitting needle with the crochet hook. I have already picked up my bead. Here, I just come over here, pick up my bead, grab it like that, slide the bead on, and put it back on the right hand needle because I've knit it. Now, the other way to do it is, and I've seen it both ways. It just really depends on the designer. But I have seen it where you put the bead on before you knit the stitch. You do it just like that. After you got the bead on, then you knit the stitch, and that's what it looks like. And see, it does show up differently in the pattern depending. These two were knit after these two were beaded after I knitted the stitch. This one was beaded before I knit the stitch. Let's try that again so you can see it. So you pick up a bead with your crochet hook just like that. We're doing the beading before. Put it back, and then you just knit through the top of your stitch, and there you go. And you can see how much different it is. That's beaded after the stitch is knit. This is beaded before the stitch is knit. So again, it just depends on your pattern, depends on the designer. But that's how I do it. That's the easy way to do it. Like I said, I've seen people do this with floss, which is very complicated because you have to get like a tapestry needle and go in and, you know, put it through here and put the bead through. And complicated. For me, it's complicated. I've seen doing this same kind of motion where you pick the bead up like this with one of those dental floss picks like you use for bridges and stuff. But you have to cut it open so that it'll work. If you're interested in that, leave me a comment below and I will gladly do that video for you. I'm not good at it, but I have done it and I can do a video on it. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, if you're trying to do this and can't get it to work just right, let me know. I'll see if I can help you out. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.